All right, so what is the first thing that catches your eye?
The nurse.
Okay, good. And what's your impression of the site? What do you think? What do you think the site is about?
Maybe school, going to school. If I'm going to start to read it, it looks like, yeah, going back to school. These people are not young, so I guess I would say they're professionals who are going back to school in all different fields.
Okay. And
University of Vermont offering all these different courses for all these different people.
Yeah. Okay. And what do you want to click on first?
I'd probably want to see whether opening doors would get me anywhere.
Okay.
If I double click, doesn't matter. But I mean, it would depend on if I was actually going to be looking for college courses or not. So I guess I wouldn't want to read all this stuff because I wouldn't be interested in it, but I'd be interested in learning if there was anything for nursing.
All right.
So,
well, let's try that. I'm going to give you 3 different scenarios. One of them does involve a nurse, but why don't you go back to the home page, and I'll give you one scenario to start.
It's taking me a while to get used to this mouse.
Yeah.
I guess that's how you do it, right? Yeah. Okay.
All right. So let's assume that you are an undergraduate student at UVM.
Yeah.
And you've heard that you can find out about studying abroad through continuing education. So what would you click on first?
I would probably click on international.
Okay.
God, sorry.
Why don't you just pretend you're in that role and kind of click through and see what you kind of explain what goes on for you.
I do not like this mouse. You don't have a different one, right?
I do. Why don't you pause? Well, actually, yeah, pause that for a second, and I'll get you a different mouse. A different mouse.
Here?
Right? Nope. The one to the left, yes.
That's more what I'm used to.
All right.
All right, so I'm going to go back to what I was doing, right?
You're an undergraduate, and you want to study abroad during spring break.
So I would probably want to read a little bit just to see where you would be going.
Right.
So it looks like there's professor-led in those 3 countries, areas, travel for a week or the entire semester during breaks. Other programs are China, business-focused, teaching English at foreign language, no, Oaxaca and Mexico semester abroad. So that would be kind of interesting to me. So I click on it. Tell me if you want me to do something different, but I mean, I was a student abroad, so I'm going to kind of go from that. Benefits, take part in the experience, you will earn a full semester, get out of the classroom, practice your Spanish. Yep.
How long do you think this program is?
It's a semester abroad.
Yeah.
And I thought it was interesting that it said practice your Spanish during a family homestay, being like that sounds like I have to know Spanish already.
Okay.
Which I didn't have to know that when I went to study abroad for my semester. Spent a semester studying with Mexico professors. Okay. Check out the current blog. I'd probably click on that. Is that something I should do?
You can do that.
Just because I'd be thinking, oh, someone's going to tell me about it, so I don't have to read as much.
Hi, my name is Zoe Hoffman. I'm going to be a senior at University of Vermont, and I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. What drew me to this program was the aspect of food sustainability and studying food systems. I am a dietetics major, so I thought that would vibe well, and I'm also very interested in agriculture. And also learning Spanish was a big key.
So if I were to listen to it, then I would want to go back.
We had classes in the morning and
other places where you would be going.
Okay.
And so I wouldn't care about these 2, but I'd want to learn about these other places. So
what if you were going to pick one for spring break of like next?
So then I would go to the ones where they said it was just a week, which is where these were.
Okay.
So that's where I would go.
All right. So why don't you go see if you can find one that you might be interested in?
That would be just for a week.
Yeah.
Let's see. So program dates July 1st through August 9th, so that's a month. summer, spring. So this looks like it's a week biking through history. This looks like it's about a month. That looks like it's about a month. Winter session, that's about 3 weeks or so. May 20th, June 17th. Yeah, so it looks like there's only really one that's only a week.
Okay.
Yeah, there's several that are several. You want me to find one that's only 1 week? Here's another one that's 1 week. So I could either do one that's about zoos for a week, or I could do one that was biking for a week. So once I find them, what do you want me to do?
Well, I don't know. What would you do if you were going to take the next step?
God, there's so many interesting ones. I'd click on it here and see about it. So I'd know. I already know it's in Spain. I already know. So I already know where it's at. I know how many credits, the instructors, the cost of it, plus airfare and 3 credits of summer tuition. So I already know the no prerequisites required. So it sounds like I don't need to know Spanish. So I don't know if I need to know Spanish or not. I don't need to have a prerequisite, so I'd probably click on here to be able to email. Well, I think that's going to take me to an email, would be my guess. Oops, maybe not. Double click that? Yeah, I don't know how to get to that person, but I could tell you that when I do this, it shows me the email address.
Yeah.
So I would just,
okay. Right,
just email that teacher, and then I would,
yeah.
I would say, do I need to know Spanish?
Okay.
So, yeah, it's easy to read. I mean,
okay.
Everything's clear.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
I don't know what this is. Thought I might be wanting to know what that means. Oh, so that's the inquire means that I would. Student status. Spain biking through history. You attended and added possession, generate comments and questions. Okay, that's cool. That's easy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's go to our
do.
second scenario now.
Okay, so I go back to the beginning.
This one is, let's say that you have been working as a nurse, which you have.
Yeah.
It's a good scenario for you. Why don't you go click back to continuing education home.
Yeah.
And let's say you've been working as a nurse,
yeah.
and you would like to move into management.
Yeah.
And you've heard that UVM continuing education can help you.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're here to find out more.
Okay. Okay, so undergrad, graduate, international, professional, certificates and programs. Let's see, courses. I might want to see what there is to offer me for everything, because I don't see anything specific yet. It's telling me where to go. Certificates and programs, sequences. RN to bachelor's in science. I already have a BS, so education. Go. I don't see what I want there. Care management. Maybe healthcare management. Inquire. Oh, I guess it was going to take me to the question thing, but I want to know a little bit more about it before I start asking questions.
Okay.
So it's saying I'm not really clear on if this is for a nurse or not to get a master's degree.
Okay.
That I'm not really clear about. I don't know if this is for like anybody or specific to nurses. I've never heard of the certificate in healthcare management before.
Okay.
So I'd want to know, like, it would be embarrassing for me to inquire before I knew a little bit more. So I would want to know a little bit more. I'd want to know, this is for anybody who's already in the healthcare field, and it's to get, is this just a certificate? It sounds like it is. Do I already have to have a bachelor's degree or an MS? Like, what do I need to already have? So I really am not clear about that. So I'd probably like skip that one, to be honest with you, because that would be like, I don't know what that is. And so I'm looking for things. Like up here, it doesn't tell me anything because that's already somebody who has their, like, I'm looking for graduate. Okay. So I'm looking for a graduate degree.
Mm-hmm.
So online certificate in graduate study in public health. I don't want one in public health. Maybe they don't have what I want, but I don't really even know what any of this stuff means.
Right.
Post-baccalaureate in medical lab and pre-medical program. No, that's not what I want either. So at this point, I don't get the feeling that they offer a master's in nursing.
Okay.
Oh, wait, here, health, medical, and wellness. Complementary healthcare management services. No, that's the same stuff I just saw. So that's the impression that I have. And I would say, okay, doesn't look like they offer it. I might go to that other certificate thing and say, I'm just wanting to make sure that you don't offer a master's in nursing.
Right.
That's where I would go. Because it doesn't appear as if maybe I'd go under graduates, but see, it keeps taking me to this, and that doesn't tell me anything of what I need to know. So
you would be a little embarrassed, is that the word you used?
Yeah,
to make an inquiry about...
I'd want to know whether, I mean, because I guess I would think, well, somebody should know what this certificate in whatever they called it was, certificate of healthcare management.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether what do I need to have in order to apply for that? Who's taking this healthcare management? Is this people with bachelor's degrees or is this people with master's degrees? Do you already have to have a master's degree? I don't know those things. And I don't see anything that's telling me anything for people in my position. Like, I'd be thinking UVM's close by, and I'd like to know whether they offer anything for me to get a master's degree. I have a BS in nursing. Can I get a master's degree in nursing? It appears as if I cannot here. Yeah. But then I'd be like, what's this certificate? Yeah. Well, I don't even really know what it is. It didn't really tell me enough about it to make me feel like I'd be that interested to go any further, because it didn't say whether it was for me or not. Right. It said kind of what it was, policy making and all that, but it didn't say whether it was for a bachelor's or a master's degree nurse, or for nurses at all. Okay. So I don't know what it is. Right. So I might stop there. Sure. Before going further. Okay. So let's go to the third scenario. Okay, so I can go to this word home. Go back to home. This is the final one. I really like that you can go home on there. And imagine you are a high school student, and you understand that you can take a reduced price class at UVM over the summer. Oh, cool. What might you do in order to get started with that? Very cool. Well, pre-college and gap, I do that, and get ahead when it comes to experience credits. High school, pre-college and academic courses. Before I did that, I'd probably want to programs, guaranteed admission program, high school graduates. That's not high school payment options, dual enrollment. Vermont State Web Program for high school students, juniors, seniors to obtain 2 college courses with tuition fully reimbursed by next generation from the Vermont State Legislature. That's cool. Academically talented, the UVM program offers eligible high school students in opportunity to enroll in courses receive 50%. So I'd want to know what the difference between these two is. So this tells me that that my kids can get 2 free courses. Yeah. This says something about academically talented. I'd want to know because of ALEC. So I'd click on it, and I'd want to read that. This program offers Vermont high school students the opportunity to enroll in UVM courses, gain college credit, and receive 50% in state academic year tuition reduction. That's a little confusing to me because it just told me I could get 2 free classes. Also offers out-of-state high school students the opportunity to access UVM.
Dad, can I put my new shoes on?
Why don't you still put them on?
I can't put them on.
So that I didn't learn what I wanted to learn from, to be honest with you. I thought what that meant was that people who do very well in school would take like a different sort of course, but what it told me is that it didn't say anything about being academically talented. It didn't say what that meant, so that confused me. But then also it said now it would only cover 50%. So I'd say, well, that's not as good. So I
Right.
skipped that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'd figure that out or not. So I'd
Hey,
go.
Susan, do you like my new shoes?
Let me see your new
Hey,
shoes.
Noah, we're recording this, okay?
Yeah, love them. So dual enrollment. Yeah, so I guess I'd go to this dual enrollment thing and see if it would tell me anything. Many versus have a voucher, don't have a voucher. Okay, so it looks like that my kids might be able to get some free classes, which would be very interesting to me. So I'd want to know what the classes are. So I'd go back again, and I would look and see what the classes were, and maybe that might tell me something about the talented. So summer academy courses and programs, study abroad. So I'd be thinking to myself, okay, which one of these could be offered for free? Mm-hmm. So I'd be still thinking about that. So I wouldn't really know. So I'd probably think, well, maybe courses and programs, new summer academy, entry-level courses, can take courses for college credit are appropriate for high school. So I'd probably think they were these entry-level courses, but I wouldn't completely know yet. But I'd look there first. And I think, let's say, high school students can enroll in UVM courses. We have everything, course credit or transfer within. So that's very cool that it's transferable. Many entry levels are appropriate. So how it works, advantageous for high school students who are busy athletes whose schedule requires flexibility. Huh. What does that mean? How it works. So this is like, you can take courses before, but when do you take it? You take it when you're still in high school. Busy athletes whose schedule require flexibility. Highly motivated students interested in being challenged by college. So that's a little confusing to me because I'd be thinking to myself, okay, when would my kids actually take this? So they'd be taking it while they're in school before they go to college. Mm-hmm. So I see it as a highly motivated student interested in being challenged because God knows they're going to have to take extra classes in their junior or senior year. But I'm not understanding why that would be something for a busy athlete because they're too busy to be taking more classes. So that's confusing, but I would think, my kid's not an athlete anyway. Tuition in-state, dual enrollment, $10 comprehensive fee per credit. So I think, okay, that's... I'd have to really read each and everything. I don't know what any of this is. This is confusing me. Subjects. So it's the subject, the instructor. Okay, so I would say I don't know what this is, so let's pretend and just put anything in here. And I guess that would tell me starts after 6 a.m., ends before. I don't know what that is. There are no courses. Oh, that meet this criteria. So I'm trying to find out, I guess, if I wanted to take one of these, if Jack wants to take civil engineering between this hour, say between 5 p.m. and 11 p.m. on, if I get rid of all the days except for the day that he could do it on, I suppose that's what that means. And do I have to hit go again, or I don't know if that means I have to hit go or not. I'm confused about that because I don't know whether that tells me like, okay, do I have to like press enter now, or is that already it?
Okay.
This confuses me. So that's a little frustrating. And so I don't really care so much about the time at this point, although eventually that would be interesting. But right now I just want to know about tuition, and I want to know about what the classes are. Tuition in state includes dual enrollment, which I really still don't understand what dual enrollment means, but $10 comprehensive fee per credit. tuition in-state, academically talented. See, that's confusing to me. Why would somebody who's smarter have to pay more money? Tuition out of state includes 50% off of academic year. Yeah, I'm not clear on this. I have to admit, I'm a little confused.
Mm.
So let's go to inquiry. Maybe that'll help me. Can't find the information. Are you asking yourself what's the next place formula? Yeah. So I think at this point I would just email and say, I'm, a mother of a whatever. Can you give me some more information? That would be like pretty much exactly where I'd go, because I'm not clear as to what's the difference between the summer and the school year, and which one is free and which one's not.
Yeah.
And if it's during the school year, do they actually take it like during the school day? And if they do, can they take any classes?
Right.
So there would be a lot of questions I would have, and I think this would take a lot of reading to figure out. Like, yeah, this would be kind of tough for me. And do all these classes help a child? Like, is it just fun that they would take dance, or does that actually help them? Would that actually mean that they could take less classes when they're in college? So. Yeah. School students can enroll in UVM courses online or on campus this summer or during the academic year. Online. Okay, online or on campus or during the academic. So do they take the classes with college students? We have everything from A to Z. Take courses in the areas of course credits are transferable within UVM into many other institutions. These are busy athletes. Yeah. I don't get it. Yeah, I'm not finding this helpful.
Okay.
So I would just go and ask, because I'm not understanding.
Okay. Why don't we stop for right now?
That's
nope,
best I
this
can
is
tell
really
you.
helpful.
Okay.
So
Cool.
why don't you go down to that stop button?
Right here?
Right, hit stop.
Here?
Yeah.